working on the exhaust for Project Hellcrap. And it's one of my favorite parts, but also one of my most hated parts of any project. It's fun because you get to think about what the car is going to sound like with the exhaust system, and it kind of gets you excited to fire it up. But it's also a major pain in the ass because there's really nothing fun about welding up exhaust systems on your back. But I'll show you what I got so far. I got it not tacked up yet, but I just have it mocked up. And I got an X pipe that was from my Impala. I ended up swapping that over to a different exhaust setup. So I had this X pipe lying around, so I just cut it up and fit it over to here with some elbows I got from Amazon. And see, it goes back. It merges up to the TTI headers. TTI headers, everything looks like it has really good ground clearance. I think the headers could have been tilted up a little bit more, but that's because I have the motor at a 2.5 degree angle down in the back, which is fine as long as your driveline angles line up. But they might have built the headers with like a 0 degree angle in the motor, but that's just kind of some of the problems you run into when building a car. And I would have preferred to have a 0 degree angle, but I was able to fit everything in here with the 8HP90 without cutting the tunnel, as you can see in some of the previous videos, by keeping like a 2.5 degree angle. So that's completely fine. But you can see it's really not bad. This car doesn't sit low at all, so it's really not a problem. But I'll show over here. So this is what I'm planning on doing, or at least I should say what I'm thinking about. I have some old mufflers lying around from different builds. I have these Magnaflow bullets from my Impala. I have these Flowmaster 40s that used to be on the Challenger when I had my old ProCharge 340 setup. And then I have a set of SLP Loudmouth 1s in a box in my room somewhere. So I'm trying to decide what I want, and I'll be honest with you guys, from the videos I've seen, these Flowmasters I think sound the best on these Hellcats. I noticed, all these late model motors, LS 6.2 Hellcats, all of them seem to have like a really high-pitched modern sound to them. It doesn't have that deep roar that the muscle cars have. And I really think that these Flowmasters make it sound a lot deeper, throatier, and more like a muscle car. The only problem with a Flowmaster is, like any chamber muffler, Spintech, Flowmaster, whatever it may be, chambers are not good for flow. So you lose power, less power on lower horsepower setups, but on something like this, it could be a pretty significant loss, because exhaust gases don't like hitting 45 degree and 90 degree baffles inside of a muffler and moving around it. So something like a straight through like this or the SLPs are going to be much better. So I'm kind of torn because I really don't want to spend money on something else, and I don't want to lose power with the Flowmasters, but I think they'll sound best. I think the Magnaflows will sound okay, but I'm not a huge fan of the sound of these. I had them on the Impala, but I think they'll sound decent. And then the SLP Loudmouth 1s I think will just sound ridiculous because they're basically just like a bottle. It's not, there's no packing material, there's nothing. It's just a straight through pipe that's blown out in diameter, and it goes straight through, and it's like a bottle resonator. But they do sound pretty good on certain cars. They might be too loud on this car, but I don't know. I might just probably gonna do like a slip pipe and test them all out, and maybe do another video, show you guys what they sound like. But it should be interesting and fun hearing the sounds with the cam and the engine. I'm usually not a huge fan of crazy loud stuff, but on this car, it's always been kind of flashy. It's an old muscle car. I feel like it's gotta make its presence known. So we'll see how it goes. And leave comments and advice or anything that you guys have. What muffler you guys would want me to use, and we'll see how it goes.